Good morning. Hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are today. It is a beautiful day in Northeast Ohio. There's a little bit of a breeze. It's starting to feel like fall. It's only in the 60s. It's a beautiful day to be out and doing yoga outside. All right, so we are going to start today in our mountain position. So just try to get your feet hips distance apart. Really get your body stretching toward the sky or the ceiling, whatever the case may be. And let's go ahead and start with a deep breath in. Bringing your hands way above your head, reaching towards the sky, and exhale through your mouth. Bring those hands to prayer position. And then let's do that again. Deep breath in through your nose. Reaching as high as you can, stretching your body long and tall. And then breathe out through your mouth. Get those hands to prayer position. Give you a moment to think of an intention for today. Mine is just going to be to enjoy this beautiful day outside and try to be grateful for my opportunity to do that. You're welcome to use that if you're outside especially, or the intention of your own. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Out through your mouth. And we're going to go ahead and get started with our sun salutations today. We're going to do 3 sets today. So we want to start at the top of your mat, again with your feet hips distance apart. Go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose. Out through your mouth as you lower down into standing forward bend. Go ahead and bring your right foot behind you into a plank position, left foot back, shoulders over your wrist, down into chaturanga, up into cobra or upward dog if you'd like, which would just be bringing your knees off the ground. Tuck your toes, raise your hips, back to downward dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward. Deep breath in through your nose, reaching for the sky. Exhale, down to your prayer position. Deep breath in through your nose. Exhale down into your standing forward bend. Left foot back, right foot back. Shoulders over your wrists, lower down into your chaturanga. Up into your cobra or upward dog. Tuck your toes, raise your hips, downward dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward. Deep breath in, reach overhead, lower your hands to a prayer position. Let's do another set. Deep breath in through your nose, reaching for the sky. Exhale, down to a standing forward bend. Right foot back, left foot back, shoulders over your wrists, lower down into chaturanga. Push up into your cobra or upward dog. Tuck your toes, raise your hips, downward dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward. Deep breath in, reaching up above your head toward the sky. Exhale to your prayer position. Deep breath in. Exhale to standing forward bend. Left foot back, right foot back, shoulders over your wrist, down into chaturanga, up into your cobra or upward dog. Tuck your toes, raise your hips up to downward dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward. Deep breath in. Exhale as you lower into prayer position. Let's do one more set. Deep breath in, reaching toward the sky. Exhale into a standing forward bend. Right foot back, left foot back. Shoulders over your wrists. Lower into chaturanga. Arch your back up into cobra or upward dog position. Tuck your toes. Raise your hips. Big stretch. Go ahead and bring your right leg forward. Bend your left leg forward. Deep breath in, up to the sky. Hands down into your prayer position. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale into standing forward bend. Left leg back, right leg back. Shoulders over your wrists. Down to the ground. Into your chaturanga. Into your upward dog or cobra. Tuck your toes. Raise your hips into your downward dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward. Deep breath in. And bring your hands down to your prayer position. Great. All right, let's go ahead and take one more deep breath in. And deep breath out as we come into that prayer. Got our heart rates going a little bit with those sun salutations. So let's go ahead and do just a few hip circles. All right, so we're gonna start going over to your right. So you're just going to kind of do a little lean. Oh, sorry, I guess I'm going to my left, or to your left. All right, so over to your right, and we're gonna come forward. And we wanna keep everything the same. We're just kind of tilting as we do these circles. We wanna keep we don't wanna bend our hips or right at our hips. We're just doing a little tilt around to the back, over to your right, forward, to your left, and back. Let's go around one more time. Right, forward, left, and back. Excellent. Let's go and go ahead and do it the opposite direction. So start with your left, forward, right, and back. Left, forward, right, and back. And one more. Right, forward, left, and back. All right, we should be nice and warmed up. Let's go ahead and make our way down into a downward dog. So we'll just do a little heart sun salutation to get there. So take a deep breath in. Exhale and come down to your standing forward bend. Give a little pause there. Feeling a nice stretch along the back of your legs. Bring your right foot back, your left foot back, and you can just go right on up to downward dog there, pushing through the heels with your hands. Go ahead and walk your dog a little bit, so straighten your left leg while you're bending your right knee. Straighten your right leg while you're bending your left knee. Just get a nice stretch in those calves. You go slow as fast as you like there. And then go ahead and lower your knees to the ground and come into a child's pose. You can have your knees together or apart as you come down, whatever works for you. Hands behind you, hands in front of you. Let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath in. And deep breath out. Up to a kneeling position and just do a few wrist circles after our sun salutations get us on our wrist launch. And then we can go ahead and move into a tabletop position. So you want to get your wrists right under your shoulders and your knees right under your hips. And let's do a few cat-cows. So we're going to start with our cow. So you're going to look up toward the sky. Try to drop your belly, get a little stretch in your lower abdominals there as you're looking up and arching back. And then go ahead and look at your belly. Arch your back like you're a cat, pushing away. And back down to your cow. Head up, belly down. Look at your belly button, arch your back. Really try to push through the heel of your hands. Push that back up and get a nice stretch. And let's do that one more time.
So eyes up towards the sky, belly dropping.
Eyes on your belly, pushing up through your palms to really get a nice stretch of your back. Then you can return back to a tabletop position with a flat back. We're going to do some of those cat-cows with our leg in abduction. So let's go ahead and take our right leg and bring it out to the side. You want to have that in line with your knee that is stabilizing you right now. Now you'll notice you won't be able to do as much of a cat-cow in this because of your leg being out to the side, but let's go ahead and look up toward the sky. Try to drop your belly a little bit. Just feel a nice stretch in your leg, and then you also might feel a little bit of stretch in the front of your hip if you're dropping those down a little bit. And then arch your back, again pushing up with your hands. And then cow position, looking up, dropping your hips or your belly, whatever you can drop there to get a little stretch for you. And then looking at your belly button, big arch up. And then let's come back to our tabletop position, and let's do the other side. So your left leg's out to the side, again, in line with your knee. Go ahead and
look up toward the sky, drop your hips.
Get a nice stretch on this inner leg. And then look at your belly button, pushing up through the heel of your hand.
And then back into cow, looking up, dropping your hip, or your belly, whatever you can
get moving there. And then back looking at your belly button, pushing through the heel of your hands. And then come right back in to that tabletop position. And again, I'm going to do a little wrist circles because I feel like my wrists are getting a lot of work. You could also push down with your back of your hand on the ground, wobbling back and forth or side to side if your wrists are feeling a little tight or a little worn out. And then we'll get ourselves into our crescent lunge position. So we're just going to take your right foot forward and leave your left knee down, and then we're just going to come forward into a nice lunge. So we don't want this knee to go over our toes, not good for our knee joint. We do want to get a nice stretch on this hip. So really try to sink into that as much as you can. If you need your hands down for stability, that is totally fine. You can have them on your leg, you can have them on the ground, you can have them on blocks if you have blocks or if you need blocks. You can easily get those on Amazon for a pretty reasonable price. Go ahead and come back into a half split. So you're just going to bring your hips back, bring these toes pointing up at the sky. Come forward, feeling a nice stretch in your back of your leg. Get yourself in whatever position works for you. We're all different. We're all going to get a stretch in a different way. All right, and let's come back forward and do that one more time. So into your crescent lunge. Again, your arms can be wherever you like them to be. Really sinking this hip so it's getting a nice stretch. Back into your half split. Bringing your knee towards your nose if you can. Great stretch in the back of your leg. And then go ahead and bring that foot back behind you into a tabletop position. And let's go ahead and switch that out. So our right foot will come forward into our crescent lunge position here. Again, knee staying behind your toes. Stretching out the front of this hip. Then come on back onto your heel, toes toward the sky, nose toward your knee. Feeling that stretch in the back of your leg. And back forward into your crescent lunge. Really helps open up those hips. Hands down. Back into your half splits. And then hands down and back into your tabletop position. This time we're going to do, when we come forward, we're going to get into a lizard position. So bring your right foot outside of your hand this time, just with a little angle. You can go up on the blade of your foot if that works for you. You can leave your foot flat. You're just really trying to get a little bit of a twist going on here with your hip. You can push on this and turn to the side if you like, or you can just stay right here if that works for you. Again, everyone has their body, has different areas of their body that are tighter or looser, and usually different on each side. Okay, now we're gonna come back to our table position and bring our left foot forward into that lizard position. I'm gonna go ahead and go on the blade of my foot and push and do a bit of a twist, looking behind me, opening up my hips. And then I'm gonna come back down with my hands down, back to my tabletop position. We're gonna go ahead and do those lizards again. So foot outside of your hand. And again, you can stay right here in your lizard. You can try to arch your foot out. You can push. I'm gonna go ahead and push it out a little bit, leave it there. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a foot grab behind me. You can leave it here and just try to bring that foot up. If the foot grab doesn't feel good and you feel unstable, you can leave your hand down and bring your foot up too. I'm gonna do a little bind here and really try to stretch the front of my left hip. And then bring my hand down, foot back into tabletop. Let's do that on the other side. So left foot forward, outside of my left hand. I'm gonna go onto the blade of my foot, pushing that leg out, reaching back, pulling my foot toward my back side so that I get a nice quad stretch and a nice hip opener. Now I'm going to twist behind me too. All right, so go ahead and put your hands back down now. Back to your tabletop position. And then we're going to go ahead and come down into our chaturanga and go into our prone position. And we're going to just do a few cobras. So you want to go ahead and put your hands next to your chest. Spread your fingers out. And then push up to what is comfortable for you. If you need to stay down in a low cobra because your back's really tight or if it's pinching your back, please don't do anything that hurts. Just want to do something that brings you to the point that you're getting a stretch and is comfortable for you. I'm going to drop my head back a little bit since I'm already a little warmed up from the sun salutations. And then I'm going to come on back down. Take a breath in. Breathe out. I'm going to go ahead and push back up into another cobra. You can try to go a little farther this time if it is comfortable for you. And I'm going to look over my left shoulder and come back to the center. And then look over my right shoulder and come back to the center. And I'm going to come on back down to the ground. And this time I'm going to bring my hands a little wider. Again, still next to my chest, but just a little farther out. And push up into a cobra position. I can feel that a little bit more in my lower abdominal area, which feels really good. And then I'm going to come on back down to the ground. And I'm going to push up into a tabletop position. Spent a lot of time in tabletop today. Let's go ahead and do some wrist shakes out again. If you need them. You don't have to if you don't need them. So, we're going to go into a modified side plank. So I'm going to have you bring your left hand down, turn your left leg out, and bring your right leg behind you so your toes are all the way at the back. All right, and we are in a modified side plank because this knee's down. All right, so let's really bring this arm over our head. Try to really stretch out this side of your body. Okay, great. Now, you can stay here if you like, or you can try a fallen triangle. So a fallen triangle would involve us bringing this foot that is supporting us in front of us. And if this doesn't work and you end up having to come down, no big deal. Bring your hip down if you need to. Then you can do your best to just push back up. And if you can only get it an inch off the ground, that's an inch off the ground you didn't do before. Great, so you're really trying to get as much stretch as you can here. I'm gonna bring that hip down and take a little rest there for a second before we try our next part. So, if you're down here, you're gonna try to push back up. You can start in a side plank and bring this down to your side plank if you like. And then we're gonna try to take this foot and push off against it. Bring our other foot behind us and do a wild thing. Really nice back bend. Whenever you need to, you can just drop down. All right, and then we're gonna come back to our tabletop position and do that on the other side. So go ahead and turn your right foot out to the side. Bring this arm up overhead in your modified side plank with your leg behind you. Really stretching across your whole body in this modified plank. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and, again, you can stay here if this works for you. I'm gonna take my foot forward and stay in a fallen triangle. And then I'm gonna go ahead and let my hip come down to give myself a little break before we do our wild thing. All right, so really push through this hand as you bring your hip up. If you wanna stay here, you can, or I'm gonna bring that foot back a little closer, push up, really do a nice back bend in my wild thing. Such a nice stretch for your back, for your abdominal muscles, and really getting a nice arch of your back. I'm gonna drop my hips, come back down to the ground, and back into the tabletop position. Let's do a few circles here in our tabletop position. Really moving those hips around now that we worked them so hard trying to hold us up. Let's go back the other direction. And come right back to the middle here. We are going to try a dolphin pose. So I want you to stay here in your tabletop position and bring your elbows down, grab hold with your hands. So you're kind of starting in like a Sphinx pose, then you grab hold here. And then we're just gonna try to go up to a downward dog from this position. All right, so tuck your toes, raise your hips, and really push back. And drop your, bring your feet closer to your upper body if you can. Get yourself up a little higher and a nicer stretch. I really feel this one in my shoulders. I feel like it makes them really strong, which I love. And I also like to rock back and forth, forward and back when I feel a little tight there. And let's drop our hips onto our knees. And again, moving forward and back. Loosening everything up. And then one more time, let's go ahead and raise into our dolphin position. So tuck your toes, raise your hips, drop your head. While we're here, let's take a deep breath in through your nose, breathe out, and lower your knees down to the ground. Go ahead and push yourself up into a kneeling position. I'm gonna stay here in this kneeling position for our reflection today, but you are welcome to make your way down to a lying down position or find a different comfortable position that works for you. Before we start, let's take a deep breath in through our nose. And slowly exhale through your mouth. heart rate down after all that hard work you just did, trying to challenge yourself. Go ahead and try to think about what your intention was today and try to reflect on that in these next few moments of Shavasana. All right. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. If you're in a lie down position, go ahead and bring your knees over to your chest, up to your chest while you turn to your left side. Push your way up. Make your way into a